Because I spank myself.
That's not the same.
This is already fun.
Okay,
This is
sorry,
already
Claudia.
safe.
Why?
Excited to do this one. I haven't talked to anybody about this, and I've been like holding
Umbrella
it in.
Academy?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Let's fucking go.
I mean,
Let's rage.
whoa! Fucking Umbrella Academy. I appreciate it.
Thank
It is
you.
very legit.
What do you
Thank
just sit there and tell her how shit it is?
Okay,
This
let's
bucket
just
stinks.
talk about it. Let's just talk about what just happened before this. Like, he's trying to help me.
Uh-huh.
I love you.
I love you.
And
Oh, this is
it's
sweet.
just like, but it's very like, I'm a man.
Yeah.
It's like something about men and technology. They just want to be like, I know how to do it.
I feel like
I
you're
have this idea.
internalizing that. I apologized like 5 times throughout it.
No, I know.
I was like, I'm
You're
sorry.
not
I'm
intentional.
At
complicated.
every stage of her annoyance,
trying to-
you apologize.
He's trying to help. He's sincerely trying to help. But then I'm like, yeah, I've already tried that.
Yeah.
And I know it doesn't work. And then he'll do what I've already done 100 times. It's me just watching him
Yeah.
go like, okay.
Fail the way you failed
yeah,
already.
I'm like, okay, you do it.
Yo,
Right.
I'm dumb and I don't know how to work this.
Yeah, because the thing is, you did it in like a chick way when you did it. You know what I mean?
Like what? Oh, like,
You did it in like a woman way, so I figured I might as well give it like a stab.
well, I
know?
do have my period.
That's it.
Yeah,
But
no
it
wonder the
also
lighting was
is,
weird.
Men just think that we don't start from like the smartest point. They think we start from the dumbest point of the situation. So they start from like the very basic knowledge of it, and you're like, dude, I fucking own this shit. Like,
Yeah,
of
like-
course I know.
Yeah.
You gotta say to them, listen, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and then it still doesn't work, and then they're like, oh, okay. 'Cause
You know what I
Justin
think it
does
is?
the same thing.
I think like tech and like helping with like moving something is where men feel needed.
Yeah.
So they
Yes.
get excited.
Yeah,
But
I think you do too.
But
Yeah.
but also, you guys have told us for decades that you're needed for this thing. That's just not
Or
true.
overcomplicated.
You guys do overcomplicate stuff that's actually quite very easy.
Well, that's like 90% of things. Like
Yeah.
when I got into the like corporate workforce, I was like, oh, this is all dumb.
yeah,
Like all of work is dumb,
yeah.
and all of it is like language
Yeah,
that people use.
all of it is just talking to each other in communication, really.
It's so annoying when you're like smarter than.
Yeah, I know. And
I'm
then,
not even that smart.
And then you want to be like, and then you want to say that because you're like, I don't even feel smart, but I know I'm smarter than you. Like, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Growing up, I realized that adults are disappointing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I realized that when I was like 14.
Yeah, fair.
I wish I realized
7,
that when I
actually.
was 14. Like, it took me so long. Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Like my first corporate job, like it took me a second.
Did you just
to-
hiccup or was that the mic?
What?
Did you just hiccup or was that the mic?
I don't know what it was.
Your body went like this.
It's all
and I
that
couldn't
cum in
hear
his mouth.
Yes.
from your big old dick.
Don't let her fool you. She is the patriarchy. She
No
is.
one thinks differently.
It's called a matriarchy. There's a word for it.
No, she's a dude.
Oh yeah, she's got a dick. I forgot we established
100%.
Who doesn't know? Rob has sex with me. I don't know why.
this. He's like, I don't know why.
I'm like, give it to me.
And then I spank my own ass. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you brought back the spanking.
I
It
was
must
there.
really be
I know.
serious. Like it's a serious thing.
Just wait.
Are you gonna spank yourself right now?
I could.
I think you should.
I know. What's with the spanking?
I don't know.
He's into it. He's been
I
telling
thought
you
I
for
knew.
months. He's into it, and
He-
you keep shooting him down.
Here's
Oh, I
the
keep
thing.
trying
Men
to put
don't
my
listen.
fingers in his ass.
Yeah, I figured that's what with you. I know that's probably where it went. You're like, let's peg. Fuck spanking. I got this big old dick. What am I gonna do with it?
Ooh, Rob's like,
I told you, I'm fucking smart.
is Umbrella Academy still trending #1?
I don't think so.
We can watch Sing 2.
Yeah.
I was telling him about Sing. Have you ever seen Sing?
No, but I saw like the commercial
was-
for it like
yeah,
40 times.
I was just explaining. I was like, yeah, it's songs, but it's not original songs. It's them just
Singing
songs
songs?
that already exist.
like real songs, not like
Yeah.
made up songs for the movie.
Right. It's like Glee. Like, remember? Oh, I hate Glee. Sorry if you're.
I never
You hate
watched
Glee?
it.
I'm surprised.
fucking
I'm not
hate Glee.
offended. I'm literally surprised that you don't like Glee.
Why?
Because every girl who's kind of creative and sort of into like artsy stuff likes Glee. Like
Yeah.
I like it just because of the fact that, or I liked it ish, just because of the fact that it had like the songs that I liked in it, and it was kind of like musical theater, but it still was very
it reminds
annoying
me
and
of
awful.
Kids Bop.
It is like if Kids Bop had a show,
It's like Kids Bop.
for sure. That is
I would
definitely
rather.
it.
And then, oh my god, I remember the one year my mom. First of all, she didn't even watch fucking Glee, but I remember her having like the album and was like, "Oh, you have to listen to this. Like, this is all the and everybody's
You're
talking
like,
about."
oh, all these mediocre kids that
Yeah,
are
I'm like, just
fucking up these
listen
songs.
to this song. Like,
Did you hear the Kids Bop WAP?
you mean wings and pizza?
Yeah.
What?
The Kids
What's
Bop
wing and
WAP.
Get some wings and pizza.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Bring up.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some of the lyrics still kind of match up where it's like gobble it, swallow it.
Wait, bring and it's still you're right, babe. It's still like gobble me, swallow me. It got
That's
cheese on my
fucked
face.
Oh my god. I guess that's better to hear than kids singing the real song.
Yeah.
Because if 9-year-olds sang the real WAP,
They are.
I know, but if I heard them, it would just be upsetting to my body and my brain.
That would be fun. I would love to go back in time and hear like a young Michael Jackson sing WAP
Oh man,
in
oh,
its
yeah.
original form.
Rob Cruz, everybody, first guest. We're gonna bring wings and pizza in the background.
Wings and pizza. I'm so hungry, I can't stop. Bring that wings
Rob
and pizza.
has a podcast.
Yes, I do.
You're on 2 podcasts.
Yes.
How is that?
You wanna
What
talk
are they
about-
called?
I know what they are.
Test time.
Do Rag and the Deer Tag
Oh, I knew that one.
and What Up with Rob and Cody.
Very good. Yes.
Stand on some wings and pizza. I'm so
You know what?
hungry.
Everyone I know, like so many people do Rob Cruz impersonations. By the way,
I
you're
love
very
that.
impersonated.
I love
You
that.
are. It's flattering.
Yeah, I think it's sick.
Yeah, I think it's funny too, because I'm like, it's so good.
Have you ever seen or heard Gilbert Gottfried's real voice?
No, I
It's
haven't seen his real voice at all. I don't think anybody's
shocking.
seen his voice.
I still refuse.
crazy.
That what he uses is his real voice. I refuse to believe that. That's
Why?
not
What
his
is it
real-
like? Really basic?
Howard Stern like
I
played
never
it.
heard it.
It was like a voicemail that he left like one of his producers.
And it's like,
And
hey, how are you?
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like a rich, like savory voice. It's like, hey, it's Gilbert. Like it's a shocking difference.
But you don't think he did that on purpose?
No, apparently that's his real voice. It's like a thing.
So his show voice is probably like him just like yelling. Then
So
yeah,
he doesn't
I could
sound
see
like a
that.
parrot.
What?
Yeah.
He was my favorite
What was
parrot.
that? Aladdin.
Yeah, Iago. Yo, that's how Jafar says it. Iago.
Is that the parrot's name?
Yeah,
Jafar.
Jafar.
Prince Abubu.
Someone
Prince
cancel him for
Abubu.
black name.
Jafar. That would isn't that also? I'm wondering if that also is that just a black person's name? Like, were they just like this works?
Well, I recently saw this.
Jafar sounds pretty
Because
black.
they're Middle Eastern.
They changed the beginning of the
Oh,
song,
yeah.
apparently. In the beginning, Arabian Nights.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
apparently it said like, and we cut off the heads, and they're like, let's cut that.
We're gonna cut that part out.
And changed it to like something
They
not.
Disneyed it up.
Old
just like they
Disney
did
was
to
such a fine
Pocahontas.
line. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they really Disneyed her up. That was,
I
but I
just-
loved it.
I just watched that movie just like recently.
What?
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Dude, I know Disney Plus. Is
And let me tell you,
amazing.
one of the
It is.
hottest like men of like, you know that they were all pretty hot. you
Oh
know.
yeah,
I think hottest princess for sure.
yeah, for sure. I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And I don't know why she was so
Pocahontas?
hot.
Yeah.
I think it was because she was thicker too. They made her like legs all thick and stuff, and she had
was
this
like
tiny wig.
supermodel, beautiful.
Oh my god, I love. And then she had like straight black hair, and it was like there's little tendrils in the air.
Oh yeah, Rob,
So
did
amazing.
you have those Pocahontas sheets that you just
Oh,
on?
yeah.
He was like, "Can I get these, Mom?
Like, can I get these princess sheets?
Remember the Pocahontas sheets? My sister had those.
What? I never got those cool sheets. My mom would always make me buy like these weird, like Talbot sheets. You know, like real white people sheets. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Okay, Rachel, everybody.
Woo woo! I don't have any credits. I was
Comedian.
I was on
Rachel Rowan.
with Bubba the Love Sponge. I was on Bubba the Love Sponge. People know that sometimes.
What is it?
Bubba the Love Sponge.
What's that?
He was the guy who worked for you just said his name. The
Pocahontas?
DJ. No.
Gilbert Gottfried.
No, Howard Stern.
Oh.
And he got in DJ. Hulk Hogan fucked his wife, and then they got in trouble for it.
Oh.
Did he say like
very
the N-word
cool.
or something in the sex tape?
I don't know, but probably.
I think there was an N-word in there.
Yeah, I'm
you're
sure.
right.
I don't remember who said it though. Was it Bubba or was it? I think it was the other guy who said it. It was Hulk Hogan who said it.
It's
Right?
Hulk Hogan,
Right,
yeah.
Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan said, yeah.
Did
Bubba
I-
would just watch and jerk off.
Hell yeah.
That's who I worked for in Tampa, Florida.
Very
Oh,
cool.
that's fucking dope.
Yeah, it was actually really, really funny.
I miss.
But you lived
I
in
miss Old
Florida? I
Stern.
think I knew that.
Yeah, I grew up in Florida, most of it.
And like, how many alligators have you seen? That's the
For
only
real?
thing
A ton.
that's the only thing about Florida. Besides
maybe
all the
over
racists
30.
and the trumpeters, it would be like racist trumpeters and then third alligators. Reasons
Oh,
why-
Trumpers are fucking everywhere. I love you, Ashley. My best friend is a fucking Trumper.
Oh, let's go.
Wow, I can't believe you
Yeah.
guys stayed friends.
Yeah, we did.
I lost so many. in
but
the
she's just
election.
not like really. She's not like political. You know what I mean? She just like votes for stuff, and I'm like, don't. You're crazy.
I trust my Trumper friends the most, though.
Why?
I feel the most comfortable around them.
Yeah, because they'll do anything.
I don't really know if I have any like Trump friends. Well, I don't have any friends really, so I think I would.
You gotta
need
start
the
there.
friends first.
You
Yeah,
gotta start there.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't know where we're going. Oh, Florida. Oh, the alligators. There is this. I just wanted to say this because Rep Florida. What up? I don't give a shit. I love Florida.
Ocala?
Ocala.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A day to remember, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah. And fucking Lamb of God and Under Oath.
Oh, let's fucking
I
go.
didn't know if you know.
3
that.
banger bands.
3 bangers. But yeah, it's
It's
because Ocala sucks dick so
don't know
hard.
that
So there's
one.
like nothing to do there. So of course there's like a bunch of bands and fucking barns everywhere. That's where they are. But Ocala or Gainesville has this trail. It's called La Chua Trail, and you run down it. It's got real alligators with there's no fences. There's no anything. There's just like, but the trail is high up, like so you can kind of look over the trail. It's kind of like a small cliff, and these alligators are like just sloshing around. There's like 40 of them, dude.
No.
We used to run on that trail, and we saw a baby on the trail, and it was just like this little baby like sat in the middle of the trail.
Sacrifice it for the gods.
Dude, my friends were like, "Let's go, let's run by the baby," and I was like, "I'm like original Floridian." I'm like, "No, if there's babies right there, that mama's right there." I was like, "I'm not running by that baby. Y'all can fuck off." And I turned around and I ran the other way because I'm a coward.
Fun for the whole
Nah,
family.
that's smart.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of alligators. There was one in Justin's mom's house the other when we went down there.
No, see, I can't.
it's for real.
I can do lots of animals, but reptiles for me are
Yeah, they're
not
creepy.
my thing. I can do like maybe little like the geckos.
Baby alligators are cute though. Just saying,
Hmm.
they're pretty cute.
Cody has 2 iguanas, I think. No, they're like lizard. Fuck.
Dude, there used to be
Maybe they're
iguanas all
iguanas.
over Florida, and then the state of Florida said like put out like an open fire on them, to where you could kill them. Anyone could kill them.
The alligator? Oh, the
No,
iguanas?
the iguanas, because we got overran by iguanas in one of these cities that we used to go to all the time called Boca Grande.
So
It was
they
a
were like
beach
deer
in-
at one point, you're saying?
Dude, yeah.
Florida was like, it's fucking on site.
There wasn't even a season. You could do it all year. You could do it all year. There wasn't a season for it. You could just kill as many iguanas as you fucking wanted. And so everybody
That
would just go
rules.
out
Iguana
and fucking
thieving.
murder them. It was fucking kind of sick. You're like, settle
Damn.
down, Bob. He's like got 50 iguanas in his fucking truck. You're like, holy shit, he's a serial killer.
Florida rules. People talk shit on
It's
Florida,
pretty
but I
awesome.
like it.
It's too hot though. That's literally the only reason I moved.
Yeah, the
It's too
humidity
hot.
is crazy.
I've only been to Disney. Well, like I've only been in Orlando
Disney's
like
okay.
once in
Yeah.
my life.
Orlando
Can you
sad.
believe
I live
that?
there.
I've only
It's
been to
kinda
Disney
shitty.
World once. And my dad
I've
took me when
only-
I was like 12 or 13. So I was like, this isn't even fun. I wanted to do this 10 years ago, dude.
I'll take you.
Aw. Oh my
Get to the
god.
little
He's
Mickey
always
Mouse
trying
treats.
to replace my dad.
Let
no,
him.
I've been
Let
to.
him.
I've been to.
Come here.
That's why he's obsessed with those spankings.
Is that why you use the belt?
Oh, that just.
Ooh, for Umbrella
All
Academy,
right.
'cause that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
That's what I guess.
So let's watch a little preview. Did you just finish it? See, I can't see
I did.
anything. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Here, can you press it for me? Find the preview.
Trailer?
Yeah, there's a trailer for season 3. Just to like get us in the mood.
I did watch it just recently and finished it. I think last week.
Okay, so as much as yeah.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about how I'm dressed. How my outfit.
I know you look so cute.
I wore an
Klaus
outfit
inspired?
inspired by Klaus, and it is. I didn't want to burp in the mic. Sorry. It
Urban
is
Outfitters?
no,
What's the
it's
brand?
a velour dress. Oh, I have no idea. It's probably from Walmart. This is from Rainbow, I think, and this is from Walmart. And these shoes are from Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a
Klaus
Walmart
is the best
girl.
one.
Oh,
a
the
Kugelblitz. Why does it sound so lame though? I'm like, Kugelblitz, really? Is that a word? Is it some German word though? Oh,
Yeah,
I
these
love
are-
Klaus.
I love this
Klaus,
song.
yeah. Five
They did
is
have
my,
a good music situation.
Always
They
awesome.
always have good
Everybody
music.
else
And
has
the
seen Ben,
and
right?
like
and he's a complete
the
dickhead.
colors,
Yeah.
like the way they do
They're all
are so
dickheads.
good. Fight
Dickheads
scenes
have
are
been fun.
good.
I don't know about
Next person
season
to say
three. I'm gonna
dickhead
be
is getting a
honest. I'm
punch
gonna
to the
just get in
throat.
there. I don't know about
Dickhead.
season 3
Dickhead,
compared to the other
dickhead.
seasons.
It
We caused a
scared
paradox,
me
and that paradox
because
is swallowing things.
How long do we have?
you can't be doing one bad season anymore because they will cancel
Yeah.
you. Netflix doesn't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah, they're like,
They've
we got
canceled-
billions of dollars.
They've canceled shows that have huge followings. So you can't fuck
Santa
up.
Clarita Diet, dude.
I was thinking Santa Clarita Diet, and people also loved that detective show that they canceled.
Which one?
About the serial killers. It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
Mindhunter.
Yeah, they
Oh
canceled
my god,
that.
I know. I was really
Oh, wow.
pissed. They're Netflix. Listen
One
here.
kind
Just
of
fucking pay
bad
for it.
season and can fucking shut you down.
I don't even know what bad season Mindhunter had because honestly, I was like glued to the shit.
I
the
agree.
whole
There's
entire
only
time.
2 seasons. I've heard they're bringing it back, but I don't know.
Oh
if
my
it's true.
god! Don't even mess with me because I love that fucking guy. I'm sorry, I'm a talker. I love that. We're not even letting Rob talk.
Girl power.
That would be crazy if I was
Shing,
pissed at
shing,
you for
shing.
talking on a podcast.
I'm the one girl that talks too much on a podcast. That'd be like a good character,
Wait, what's
you know?
your
They're like,
sign?
God,
Are you
shut
a
the fuck
Libra?
up." Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
Yeah.
What are the Taurus traits?
I'm like a bull. I'm very tenacious.
I
Hell
don't
yeah.
think
am.
it's like the imagery.
I am a bull.
Oh,
It
yeah.
says like
Yeah,
you
like
are
you
like
just fucking
you're
take-
stubborn and like you're tenacious. But I'm a bull. I'm a Taurus with severe anxiety and panic disorder, so it's not the same.
Maybe that has something to do with your moon. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be my fucking moon. Goddamn moon.
Yeah, I talked to someone
Speaking
about
of
it.
moons, we could tie it into this fucking show. Sorry, the moon. Remember the moon breaks up. Oh, we're not. It's the first
Wait, the
season.
moon?
It's the end of the first season.
Oh, the
Yeah.
first season, yeah.
Remember when
Oh.
she blows up the moon?
I remember.
That was such a
okay, that
crazy
was a
visual.
horrible transition. Now I thought it was gonna be so cool.
That looked so dope. in the
That
first
did
season.
look really cool. I was
First
like,
season
dude,
was
now
so
I'm
good.
scared of this. Like, I didn't even know I could be scared of
Yeah.
somebody blowing up the moon.
I think that this season, I think that putting it so close to Stranger Things was such a bad move.
Bad move. But I think they were just thinking, oh, it's a summer blockbuster type of thing. We're just gonna like drop it in the summer. They didn't realize that everybody jerks off to Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
So-
And all of
legit.
us included.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah,
so-
Stranger Things like affects culture.
Yes. And
Like
it really
like on
weirdly.
TikTok, like if it only make a deal with God.
Never
Like,
heard it.
It's everything. It's in the culture.
What's
It's, like,
crazy?
That's the song of the summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. What's so? I know it's like, what is it? 1985 again? Like, give me a
I know
fucking
they're all
break.
like chesting like 80s.
Oh my God.
I kind of love it because I love the 80s.
I mean, I
Yeah.
was born in '85, so I'm kind of down with it.
Shout
But
out.
but the thing that's nuts is Justin, my boyfriend, just listened to Justin Kupo. He's a comedian. He's awesome. He just listened to a podcast, another podcast within a podcast, about how that song was more popular now than it was when it came out in the 80s.
I never even heard it before, I don't think.
Yeah, me
That's
neither.
crazy because I have, and I thought it was popular just because I had known about it because it was in the zeitgeist or whatever. But I was just like, that's insane.
Which is crazy
that a
because I
show can
love
do that.
80s music. I only like to
Yeah,
80s
you
music.
are very into
yeah, so I've
80s
never
music
heard
is
of
pretty
Kate Bush ever.
We're both very into 80s music, but different.
Different
Stuff.
genres,
Pop.
rock,
And I'm
80s
80s hair
metal. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Give me some Skid Row.
Ow!
Yeah.
I
Give
think
me
it
some-
sounds all the same.
Give me some,
Yeah, that shit.
some poison.
They could all just morph and become one thing.
Some
Every
fucking
80s
cherry
band
pie.
Could just come into one
Oh,
and
yeah.
be a
Twisted
a
Sister.
mega.
I don't know.
true
Twisted
band.
Sister's pretty fucking
Let's fucking go.
specific.
Yes. Here's the thing.
They're awesome.
You're kind of doing a form of racism towards 80s hair metal.
Have a lighter.
Oh,
Yeah, you're doing
Put
like
on your
a.
jewel.
Like it's just because you haven't listened to enough of it. Like you haven't hung out with enough Asians. So you're like they all look alike. You know what I mean?
I just want to drink this and I had a top on. And I have still wine in my cup. All right.
Girl,
go.
I gave you a glass.
I know, and I always I thought in my head too. I was like, I'm gonna drink from the bottle like a fucking boss.
You can. No, listen, I have wine glasses I never use because I don't
No,
drink.
I feel fancy. I feel so fancy.
Anyways, yeah.
Cheers.
I think that was a bad move. Putting literally Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things a week apart and having
Yes.
such a great Stranger Things season. Like, that was a great season.
I know.
And for,
was good.
like, you know, maybe if this came out a couple months later, we wouldn't feel this way. Maybe. That's just a
You
thought.
think if it went after Stranger Things, people would have liked it better?
You mean if Stranger Things was over the second, like the one coming up this Friday?
No, I mean like do you think if they would have put out all of Stranger Things before they released Umbrella,
Right.
it would have done better?
I mean, for me, I was very hyped because I love both. So it kind of feels like Christmas a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, they're
Because you're
released.
getting a lot
But
of
how'd you
content.
feel
Yeah.
after you saw the third season?
I really liked it. I
Okay.
think this is like a builder season. for
Okay,
sure.
let's give it a scale it on a star rating. So
Okay.
1 out of 10, what would you give this season? Rachel first.
Okay, well, I'm going to give a preface here because this is serious. I watched all 3 seasons back to back. So I'm not like a super fan in the sense that I started watching it and then I was all burnt out when I first started watching it on like very stylized shows. There were a bunch of very stylized things that came out that year, like that I loved, but at the same time, it was just like very constant, like stylistic choices of the same nature. And I was just like, okay. So when I saw Umbrella Academy, I was like, okay, this is like another, hero stylized kind of thing. And I was just like, not into it at first. But then I rewatched it because of this, and I really loved the first and second season. I was like,
So
oh my
good.
God, these are so good. And the third season I watched, and I didn't like it, but not for what everybody would probably think. I didn't like it because I felt like the second family idea, even though that is a good starting point as a plot line, I feel like it got very convoluted. And because of all those situations that were happening between all those
I
people, it
agree.
just felt like too much. Like my brain was like, how many stories is happening right now? Like,
All over the place.
Yeah.
It felt like they were going nowhere. Some things
Yes.
ended up nowhere.
yes.
Some plot lines we were following
know.
were like, what happened to
I'm
that?
like, what in the
what's
fuck?
going on?
And that's called a plot hole. Like, there was a
Yes.
bunch of them.
So
That's an interesting like way of viewing it because I didn't like I saw the first 2 seasons, but I didn't rewatch them before going into the third.
Oh, so you
So
didn't
I
do your
can't-
research.
I kind of
for this
forgot
podcast.
about certain things.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like I didn't watch like first season, second season right into the third.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're saying you did?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
did.
had a
Shit.
break. You know what I mean?
You watched first
Le-
season, second season,
But I
back
didn't
to back.
I didn't binge all 3 seasons. You know what I mean?
Like
You
he didn't watch
waited-
third season directly after second season.
Right. I think we waited like a month.
Yeah,
you
maybe
waited like
a month or two, yeah.
So you.
So it wasn't
you
fresh in my head
Yeah.
like what happened in the second season.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
just
gotta
liked
rewatch
it,
it,
and
with
you're
him.
like, I just like it.
I gotta
so I'm gonna
rewatch this
rewatch
the first and second season with him.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I was like, hell yeah, I get to watch it again. Especially when you know like what's gonna happen. Some seasons are so good
Yeah,
over and
some
over
seasons.
again.
Oh my god, I've seen some shows like
Me too.
5 times in a row.
Me too.
Legit.
I'm going to rewatch it now.
We're gonna
You should.
But what's the star rating then?
oh, okay. Sorry.
Out of 10.
for
you
the
can give it
for the
umbrellas.
third season,
Give it an umbrella.
for all of the seasons, or for the third
For
season.
the third season.
Ooh, okay. So can I give my star ratings for the first and the second one first? Star rating for the
Sure.
first season is 7. Star rating for the second season is probably 9. Star
Second
rating
season was
for
great.
the third season is maybe a 4 or 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a dip.
Yeah, dip. Hard dip.
Rob, umbrellas. You can do the first and second if you want to. If you want.
Sorry, I
Add
didn't
an
mean to.
extra.
I feel like
You can add the extra thing, I guess. I won't add it on your
Don't edit
tab.
that out.
I won't add it on your tab at the end.
I'm taking over this podcast.
Okay, baby.
I think third season like an 8. I really enjoyed it.
8 umbrellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I
8
thoroughly
umbrellas.
enjoyed it. I think I've really liked the character development in it. I liked
Yes.
that
Yes, I.
The characters are so good.
They're
All of
so
them.
good.
yeah.
Besides the sparrows. We'll talk
Yeah.
about them in a second.
I think what they lacked in plot, they made up for in
Style.
interesting things happening to the characters.
Yeah.
Like in terms of what's her name? I heard a rumor girl. What's her name?
Allison.
Allison. Like the way like she changed I thought was really cool.
Oh, when she went bad and tried
Oh,
to
yeah.
rape him? You mean when she tried to
Yeah.
rape him in a non-consensual rumor sex
Yeah, I thought
escapade?
Yeah, that actually was almost a rape.
That was so uncomfortable for me.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was fucked up. I did like her arc though. Her arc was nice. I liked
I wrote
liked
crazy
Klaus's arc.
emo as my notes.
Oh,
she
for
was
her?
emo this season.
Oh
was
yeah,
mad
she
emo.
was. I like Klaus's arc. The only thing I thought was really funny though is like I love how like for Elliot Page we're like, oh, like we got to be so specific about like what we say about transgender and like everything, which is good, you know, we do because we're teaching people and stuff and all that, and that's good.
Boo. No.
But yeah, boo. But I mean, I hate that we're teaching people with our entertainment now. Like that's kind of annoying.
I think I
But-
was saying that when we were watching it, like it started to feel like a little after school specially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry, but entertainment's entertainment. It's not your fucking teacher,
Here's
your
the
fucking
thing
mom.
with we're like the Elliot Page. I was excited because they said they were writing her story into the
Yeah.
script, and I was like, "Cool, that's never been done before."
Yeah, I
Think
like
about
that.
it; that's never
Yeah.
been done before. So I was super excited, and then they kind of just
They
like
just threw it in. They
threw
had
it in like
there
it
was
was like
nothing.
Yeah,
It felt like an edit.
They could have
It
done it.
felt
in
like
the,
it was
yeah.
added on afterwards.
Yeah.
They could have done it in the 5th episode and had like an arc before, but they did it in the first first or second
And they would just
episode?
mention it. She's like, "Oh, boop."
Yeah, and
Beep.
like I get that that's kind of true to form in a way, like you know, but at the same time,
Of like how it actually happens
yeah.
for people.
but not really, because at the same time they're a family, so I feel like she would have said this to one of those people already, like if not Klaus, because Klaus is like very open sexually, you know what I mean? Like
But I
this
guess
would
you
already
could
been
make
like
the
a
argument.
conversation.
I think
but-
you could make the argument that they were dealing with the end of the apocalypse.
True, so she
Stuff
could have
like
been
that.
like, oh,
I-
but they had already dealt with the apocalypse like twice before that.
It was in
and then they
fairness-
also did deal with pettier bullshit.
Yeah.
Like during the apocalypse, yeah.
In fairness, it was a really hard task
Yeah.
to do for them to just be like, yeah, let's just write it in the script.
Yeah.
Like, Like, I
But
couldn't
no,
even
the guy was
imagine
excited
you
about
having
it.
a new character. Yeah, we were all excited about it. And then the way they just kind of like,
The showrunner was excited about putting
they
it in.
really only mentioned it like a total of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But like in the weirdest ways.
And then they had like the discussions about it, and that was annoying too, because I feel like at least one of those characters would have been like, "What?" Like, you know, because like that's how it was 7 people. Like at least 1 out of 7 people are like weird about transgender people. You know,
And diagnosed with herpes.
It felt
but
really easy.
not that I know the statistics of how weird people are with transgender people. I just want to put that out there.
No, that's the CDC stats.
I just want to say I love transgender people. I'll fuck you all day.
Yeah, no, like I think it was just like poorly executed. Like they had really good ideas, but then it didn't
It could
live
have been
out.
so good. That's what I get annoyed about.
I agree.
It could have been so good, but they rushed it. They rushed it, and I feel like it was almost Elliot Page's fault, because like, I'm sorry, but regardless, he's still an actor. Like, he's still like, who else has been like, listen, like, I have this situation going on. I just need you to like write my real life into like this
Yeah,
script.
but imagine like he must have held this in and not.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's probably
like he
terrible.
probably would have made the decision 10 years ago if he wasn't an actor.
Oh yeah, but the thing that's crazy to me though is that like he could have been a proponent for like a better storyline. That's all I mean. Like
Yeah.
He's a good actor. You know, he's been in good fucking movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Juno is such a good
and
movie.
like I'm not gonna
Inception meh, overrated.
Yeah, I like
overrated.
I'm curious
it's
how
annoying,
how late into production like the news went public.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably has a lot to do with that. But which
They
sucks.
must. It
Maybe.
seems like they already wrote it. Maybe I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah,
all
it
I
did
know
feel
is
like
the
a
first
late edit.
episode was, but they shoot everything so out of whack that you don't even know if they're shooting the first episode first.
They
or...
just gave him that bad wig.
Oh my god, the horrible wig!
Why was
I was so pissed.
Oh,
I'm glad
yeah.
they changed it in the
a good
beginning because of that
wig.
fucking wig, though. That's the reason why I like the fact that they changed it in the beginning, because that wig was awful.
The
I was like, how did you
wig,
not
honey.
get
It
a
almost
wig
looked
that was
like
just like
Adam's
You're
family.
His hair.
Netflix. You are Netflix.
Yeah,
You got-
that
why
was-
did they cheap? Like
that was not a Netflix money wig.
that was
that That was an
Amazon.
insult to transgender people, to be honest. I feel like that was a
that was
full-on
a
fucking
Sheen,
insult.
or what's the other place called?
Party City.
Oh, dude, yeah.
What's the place
Party
that has
City.
the cheap stuff? No, online. What's that called? It's like it's all that cheap stuff.
Wigs
They
R
try
Us. I don't know.
Oh, I can't think of the name. I'll think about it. Later.
Fucking, I don't know, but fuck Sheen. I just want to say that right now.
Oh yeah, I hate Sheen.
Did you know that their fucking people write fucking
Help
help
me.
messages in there? I'm like looking through. I want to see these clothes. Like, I'm like, this is
Did
nuts.
you hear about that?
No.
So people have been finding stuff from it's Sheen, and it's like made in fucking where?
It's
Wait,
made
so
in, I
Sheen
think
is-
it's Taiwan or
Taiwan.
China or something like
Is it
that.
a wig?
It's
place?
no, it's like
No, it's
like cheap
fast
clothes.
fashion. Fast
Fast
fashion.
fashion.
Gotcha.
And then it's child like labor is what it is,
Cool.
and they're
It's
putting
just work labor, basic
yeah
work
they're
labor.
putting in illegal, and they're putting in help me in the stitching when they're
Yeah.
sewing the stuff and asking for help
They're
to
like,
call
"Please help."
police
Yeah.
to help.
It's actually
and
really fucking genius. I was like, this is amazing that this is. I mean, like,
people
that sucks, but
will
what?
think of anything to get out of
Oh
a
my
situation. It's really
And it hurts my
crazy.
heart so crazy because I'm like, I shop at Walmart, dude. Like, how much more fast fashion could you get? Do you know what I mean?
So is fast fashion like shitty fashion?
yeah, it's really cheap. It's like H&M.
And they
like,
copy other people's brands and the
yeah,
looks,
and they like
then they
rip them.
rape them for like and make it $10. So it's like anything on Kim
They
Kard-
rape them, then make it $10.
I mean,
They do rape
they
them.
do
like,
kind of.
yeah, a little bit.
They rape their style.
Wow.
Like
Can you imagine
Kim
being raped
Kardashian's
and they're like, by the way, we're making this $10 right afterwards.
We're making you $10.
Yeah.
You're $10 now.
Wow,
just because we raped you.
Not cool.
Hashtag Roe versus Wade.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a girl that got raped started selling herself for $10. To be honest,
yeah, I think that's
because
how
that's
it works.
kind of what happens.
All right,
Yeah.
let's move on.
I love you. All right.
Let's talk about the sparrows, the new characters. I have this all written
Yes.
down. Okay, I
you
came
said
prepared.
this isn't serious, and then you have a
It's
book.
not. This is it. It's just the names.
Oh, okay. Like written phonically. So you can read them. All right.
First of all, I can never read my own handwriting.
You actually had pretty handwriting.
Okay,
We're gonna
so
suck
we
each
have
other's.
the
I'm gonna suck her big
sparrows.
dick later.
Sparrows?
Okay, number 1 we have Marcus, and apparently
Which he
his,
died like instantly.
his is just super strength. Is his power?
But like it was, he could fight the monkey man guy. He could fight him and like beat his ass.
He has this. Luther.
Luther,
See,
yeah.
that's
Luther.
why I wrote down the
I'm so
names.
glad you
This
wrote-
is my first rodeo.
Luther.
But they basically have the same power, and that's why they were. Was Luther number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luther
he was the number one. But like, remember their number 1 and number 2s were all different because they weren't like, they didn't go the path that the dad wanted them to go. So they were because the one guy died. So that's why the sparrows were
Right.
special, because none of their people died.
Right, and then yes,
And they
sorry.
were like the fucking superheroes that the father wanted them to be. And by the
Mm.
way, so they're aliens, because like that's what.
Oh, the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They never explained it. Still,
Okay.
They still
They
never
must- they
explained
better.
that. They just said he was an alien. I guess.
Well, if they cancel it, we'll never know. Like Santa Clarita Diet, like we'll
I
never
know,
know
they-
what that fucking
yeah.
thing
I
is.
want to read the
It's right.
comics. By the way, created or co-created by Gerard Way. Pretty cool.
My
Wait.
Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah. That the only reason I know that is because Justin, my boyfriend, he was emo when he was in high school.
Hell yeah, me too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, he would say that every single time I would put it on. He's like, the guy that co-wrote this. It's My Chemical Romance. I was like, yeah,
Pretty
I learned
dope.
it the first time he told me. It's amazing how you can retain information like that.
He just pats you on the head. He's like,
You're
very
so
good.
Yes, good fact.
Yes, sorry.
All right, sorry.
And that is cool because that's cool that other, again, like we always talk about on this podcast, you can always have multiple
Yeah.
things. You can be in a band and write
Yeah.
a fucking comic book and
I
fucking
think
do
that's
other
cool.
shit.
Mhm.
I think that's cool, and I think it's annoying because it's so hard
Multi-talented.
for me to do one thing, but I want to be a multi-talented
annoying,
person
yeah.
so bad. But it's like I am so struggling to do the one thing that I
To
actually
do the
like.
one. I get that.
So I don't know if it's
Shit
good
is
to be
hard.
multi-talented. I think it's fucked up that but it's like it's a fucked up cycle. Like if you don't have a job, then you won't have the push to want to do something, because if you're like just doing
I have
nothing,
to have a job, yeah.
then you're like, I just kind of want to do nothing instead, like not even do my cool thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes your drive away.
Yeah. So I feel like jobs definitely help in that way, but at the same time,
They take away a lot of your
they
fucking
do
time.
take away a lot of your time. And
Yeah.
then you
I
feel
don't have a life.
bad.
I don't have
Yeah.
a life. Besides this.
But I
Well,
like this.
What's that phrase? Like jack of all trades, master of
Master
none.
of none. But did you hear the rest of it? Thank God for the internet. Jack of all trades, master of none, but still is better than a master of one. That's the full.
That's the full quote.
Yeah. Isn't
Interesting.
that weird? Yeah, when I
Damn.
heard the rest
What
of
does
that,
that
I don't
even
even know if
mean?
that's true. It means that it's better to be a master of multiple things than it is to be
Or like decent
even
at most things.
decent at a lot of things than it is to be a master of one thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
I don't
interesting.
know about that, though.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what if, like, bringing that down to the most basic level, like, what if you were only good at, like, taking a shit?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Then Rob would have a gold fucking medal.
Hell yeah.
Like, but that was, like, the only, like, nothing else he could handle. He couldn't talk. He couldn't fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
But he's a master.
at taking a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
we
can
gotta-
you imagine master shit with Gordon Ramsay?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
I
It's
could.
soft.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I just imagined it now that you said
I literally could.
it.
I did.
He
It's
could
fucking
make-
liquid.
We were
Anyway.
watching that show where he would just go and eat the wildest shit, and he made it look like maybe I'd eat that he ate it.
I love that man.
He was eating snakes and crazy fucking hearts and fucking livers and shit.
I just saw him watch somebody make a porchetta, which is basically like pork inside pork and
Yeah.
then cooked. And it's delicious, by the way, if you ever get a chance. Have a porchetta.
Sounds good.
It's fucked up. But
Wait, pork inside pork?
yeah, so you put a pork tenderloin inside of a pork belly and you roll it up and you fucking cook it like a roast and you make the skin like super crispy and everything in the middle is like really, really juicy. And then, but
You gotta look at the camera while you say it.
so juicy.
If you want it,
This
has just become
ASMR.
Oh, I just realized I'm sitting 3/4. I gotta sit front way because I'm fat. But
oh, come on,
no,
baby.
listen. This is what fat girls have to think in their head. We gotta let the world know so everybody can just chill with the fat shit.
Big girls don't cry.
We don't.
I don't think that's what that song's about.
Big girls. Yeah, it's not about fat girls. It's about fucking adults, you asshole.
He's like, I thought it was like, watch out for the big girls. Watch out for the big
Oh my god, you just
Fucking
made my fucking
Fergie.
month.
Can we just talk about
That's right,
what happened
motherfucker.
to Fergie, dude? Like, bop after bop after bop.
Dude, she's like 80 now. Fergie's
She
old
never.
as shit.
I feel like I
Was the
always
secret
said,
ingredient Will I Am this whole time?
Hell yeah.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
was even in her singles that were just her. A fucking mix your milk
Yeah.
with my cocoa puff.
Milky cocoa.
Or
Oh, I don't know. Have you
Hit it,
heard her
Fergie.
album, that Milk Woman or whatever her album is, Milkmaid or some shit?
the
she
one
had-
with Fergalicious on it? Or?
No, the newest one with her Milk
no.
Mama thing.
I've listened to
That
that.
was a sexy
album.
song.
I've listened
okay?
to that. Yes, I have. Yeah, and that was good with her in the milk.
Oh, everybody in the milk.
That
That was some sexy shit.
I like Fergie. I like
I love
her.
Fergie.
Like she's trashy, and I like it.
Did you see the SNL sketch of that, by the way?
No.
when they show them making that song, we're like, coming to the place, and they're like, really, the place? Can we think of any kind of place? Does it just have to be the place?
That rules.
They do the skits
It's
where
like
he's
they're
like,
stupid.
"We're
and they
in the Black Eyed Peas." It's funny. But yeah, Fergie. Yeah, I'd
but
like-
I didn't write that. That was SNL.
Maybe they'll call me.
Yeah. Hey,
Maybe the writers will call me because I got so much good stuff.
Lauren, listen. I can memorize so many of your
She goes,
sketches
Lauren.
because he's gonna listen.
Hey, Claudia, it's Lauren Michaels.
Lauren, it's Lauren.
Lauren.
That's his voice.
I feel like he's
Do you know
the next
Dr. Evil
person
is
to
just
be
Lauren Michaels?
like, oh, he like, had a button on his desk. He's next.
His
No, I think they
granddaughters
would've got him
probably
by
like
now.
show
Yeah,
him
you're
what's
right.
cool now. His granddaughters are like, "This is the coolest. You
Yeah.
should put this on your SNL." or whatever it's called.
This is cool.
I don't think this is cool. That was my Lauren voice.
That was good.
Really? They're putting frickin' laser beams on their frickin' heads?
I heard that. I heard that was Matt. I heard that was after him.
yeah.
Right? Evil, Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
made that.
yeah,
that
yeah.
was his voice. Oh, if that's how he really sounds, that's awesome.
Yeah. Young Lauren Michaels does sound like that.
But this is not a Lauren Michaels podcast, is it?
I mean, fuck SNL. They're never gonna fucking.
They're never gonna be
What are they
cool
gonna
again.
like my gynecologist shit that I fucking talk about popping my pussy? Like, come on. I
Oh,
would.
fuck that.
That's like when Sarah Silverman was on SNL. It's like you don't
Right.
belong there.
I know. Oh, I definitely know. I definitely don't belong there. I'm from Florida, and I talk about my pussy all the time.
Right.
There's no way that they.
Well, it was in. Do you know? I think you should leave. Tim
Are you
Robinson.
telling me? Oh my god. Are you telling me to leave?
Did you know that I think you should
know
leave?
That I think you should leave. That you said it so perfectly to where I really actually question it because I know that show.
Did you know how I really feel about this podcast? Are you an empath?
I do know that show. I think you should leave. And oh my gosh, Justin plays it on repeat. Like
It's
all
so
the time.
funny.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit. I've been waiting a long time for a hit on Corncob TV. I didn't fucking do this.
It's so fucking funny.
It's
And-
nice seeing Tim Robinson like not have the shackles of
Yeah.
SNL on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's what happens too. Like you have to like that's what's cool about entertainment and stuff is like, yeah, okay, there's really cool big institutions like SNL that are breaking people and like whatever. They have history, you know what I mean? Like but at the same time the internet exists.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And Netflix exists and all that shit exists. So you can make your own way. I haven't yet. But I really hope to one
It's the
day.
same thing when people tell me all the time about having a clean set. It's like there's other things besides Late Night with Seth Meyers. Like
Yeah.
there's shows with all those comics on HBO.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like
Hello,
all these
I
Amazon
want to be on
Prime
HBO.
and
I don't want to be on
Netflix.
fucking network TV that doesn't even
Even
exist anymore.
David
Yeah, yeah.
Spade's show, his late
Yeah.
night show, is like
Yeah,
not on cable.
literally.
He has comics say dirty shit on there.
networks don't matter anymore. Can we
Correct.
just say it now?
It's an old mindset
It's
of
an
old comics
mindset. Yes,
that are like you gotta have a
That
clean
are
set for
It's like
fucking
yeah.
Conan O'Brien. It's
Or
like nobody
fucking-
watches that shit.
No, or
anyway.
fucking like dry bar comedy or what's it called? It's like dry bar comedy is one thing, one show that got big that now plays
I don't
on
think
my
I know it.
Samsung TV.
Where they do-
exactly, you don't
where
know
they
it.
do
Yeah.
clean.
They do clean people, and it's it's rough
Yeah.
to watch. It's a lot of very clean.
I think
comedy
we're
that I don't
definitely
like.
done with what's the deal with comedy.
Yeah,
I don't think
And
so. I think people
I don't know,
will
there-
ride or die
people
for
like-
Ellen DeGeneres
or-
comedy forever.
because there are
Mm.
people like,
That
for instance,
do.
Trump people. I feel like love not Ellen DeGeneres,
No.
but they love they
Yeah.
love clean comedy. They love clean comedy.
They see Ellen, they're
They
like, make
also
Gash
love
great.
like fucking puppets, dude. Like they love fucking
because
shit
people
that
who
sucks.
love like Christianity in its like most like stupid form, which I actually am a Christian, so it's funny I'm saying that.
Uh-huh.
But but they're so they bar it up like it's this thing that we use to judge people with, and that's literally the opposite of what it actually is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's annoying that I hate those people. I mean, I don't really hate those people. I love them like Jesus loves them, but I do not like those people. I do not have those people in my heart.
Yeah, it sucks because because there's definitely like a Christian comedy circuit.
Yeah.
And
Oh, if you
they're-
want to get
they're
hot,
cornering out
go
people like
clean.
you.
Yeah.
That could fucking crush it. But then
Oh.
like the comedy is weak.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's crazy.
Well, the thing that's annoying,
Have you ever like seen like purely like Christian comics?
it's gross.
It's an interesting
I
world.
did see that one Latin girl that's famous. Like she's Latina.
Oh, Angelia Johnson. But the thing is, she's not a Christian comic, from what I remember.
Oh, I just saw that thing she did that was.
She said she was a Christian in her comedy,
yeah, I'm.
but
a
I said I was
Christian.
Episcopalian. But then I said I stuck my finger in my boyfriend's ass. So.
You're not a Christian comic.
No, I'm a Christian person that
Does comedy.
dirty comedy.
You're a comic Christian.
But
yeah, I'm a comic Christian.
that's. I think there's a niche for everybody in comedy. That's the best part of comedy.
Yeah,
is that
especially
there's
now.
something for everybody, even those people.
Yeah.
Would I watch that shit?
No. No, I wouldn't either. I don't watch dry bar
Why you
comedy. Dry bar comedy sucks.
I don't know, I just like
man.
the sounds. Would I watch that shit?
I just agree with you in your first point that I don't feel like I should have to make a clean set regardless of whatever's happening in the world of comedy.
I cannot. I've only been doing comedy for 2 years, and let me
oh,
tell you,
baby.
someone.
That's sad.
I had a recent thing.
Wait till you get to your 7th year and you're
Where-
like, I'm still doing this and I just got full-time benefits and I'm like, I'm imagining how amazing it would be to go to the doctor as opposed to
It's
go to an
intoxicating.
open mic. Like I'd rather
Yeah.
go to the doctor than go to an
But
open
I
mic right now.
couldn't like I had this like weird thing where like I was like dealing with like I should kind of change
Dude,
my
it happens
comedy for
every
this thing.
3 years. It happens every
and
2 years. or
I
2 years.
refuse to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, it's
Don't
too
do it.
early for me to sell out.
Don't
dude.
do
Like,
it. Yeah,
no,
never
fucking
change.
Way.
No,
No way.
no. Only do what you think is good in your
Exactly.
head.
And I'm glad I fucking
Unless you have
left
mental
with my
illness.
dignity.
Unless you have mental illness, then maybe not. If you have mental illness, don't do that. But if you're talking to somebody,
I think any comic has mental illness.
well, I
Like-
for real have mental illness, and I didn't even start going to therapy until like 4 years in or some shit.
But at least you went.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now I know what the fuck.
Well, what you got?
Like I know. Oh, like mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's everybody has, and that's what makes it so annoying to have it because it's like nobody gives a shit about it. It's panic disorder. I just have anxiety and panic disorder, but it makes everything so shitty because even though you love something so much, like you'll not do it because you just either are afraid of the situation that's going to go down, or you're afraid of a situation that you're imagining in your head, or you're afraid of. There's
I have the same
many
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the reason why I started comedy was because I was so fucked up, like about everything in my life. Like I was in a bad place. So, but I always wanted to do it, and now it's a beautiful place because now I'm actually going to therapy and I'm like taking medication and stuff. But I'm still loving comedy, and I'm finding like new ways to like. I'm actually literally learning how to write a really good joke and stuff like that, and like push the boundaries of a joke. And I thought I was just trying to save myself with this thing, you know what I mean? Which I was, and I did actually. It literally brought me to this point that I am here now. Which
Comedy
is, like,
is such a huge part of
it's
that.
such an amazing thing. That's what's so annoying about the whole cancel culture with the comedians. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, like there are certain comedians that have been a little crazy lately, you know. But at the same time,
it's our job to play with those boundaries.
that's something that we choose to do, and it's a scary thing to do because we're putting ourselves out there and we're saying, hey, we're the ones that are asking.
And it's
these
always our
questions.
personal experiences.
Yes, and it always has to do. Yes.
It's like, dude, I'm talking about. It's not about you. I'm talking
Yeah.
about me and this
and
personal
if you
experience
can
I've had.
understand that and think that's funny, then how beautiful is that?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's a beautiful
I
fucking
look
thing.
at it as like a sexual preference almost, where it's like
I'm sure a lot of dudes in comedy do.
I don't explain. I don't understand.
What's the deal with your fucking tits?
no, but like
You're like a voyeur, probably. You like watching people watch you say fucked up shit.
yeah, I love an audience.
You know?
I can't do comedy alone. I need someone to watch. But
Jesus.
That's literally the definition of it, I think. But yeah.
But like, all right, so like two big things I think you can't control is what makes you come or like turns you
Ooh.
on, and then also what makes you like belly laugh.
Oh,
like
yeah.
laugh as hard
I
as you
agree.
possibly fucking
That's
can.
true.
I agree.
They're both two
That's so
involuntary
weird.
reactions. So it's like
or be disgusted by. I would add that one.
right.
I've been disgusted
For
by
sure.
something that I felt really bad about being disgusted by. It was like it was an instantaneous thing, and I realized that at Aldi when I was working at Aldi.
Jesus.
I know, it's really fucked up. It was this guy. He had all this really, really dead skin all over his hands, and it was flaking off everywhere.
No.
And I literally didn't even know that I could be disgusted by something.
I think that's fair to be disgusted
Yeah.
by.
But then I felt really bad because I'm like, how often is everybody disgusted by this man? Like, this man is disgusting. Like, he's the true form of it. But you can't
Clean yourself
even,
up.
It's just like, no, but it was literally like patches of like whiteness, like to where it was like, what is happening to this guy? Like, did he get cursed by somebody? Like, what is happening?
Her sister was a witch.
Put a hex bag under this motherfucker. I'm a Christian.
I know. I was just gonna say. I'm
like.
like, you're going to hell.
That's a real thing that Christians are supposed to do. We're supposed to accept everybody, regardless of their religion or creed
Or
or whatever.
skin shed.
I just want to remind all the Christians out there who are being dickheads.
Religion is very gay. It's heaven versus hell, tops versus bottoms.
Oh, it is so.
Have you ever been part of a cult?
If you consider Episcopalians
Like
a cult.
Klaus? You see how I did that?
Oh yes, I love it.
Let's go.
First of all, I didn't.
Trying to
I
make it
meant,
relatable.
I meant to draw it on my hands.
Oh, I know. That's a
I
sweet
fucked
tab.
up. It's so hard to do left-handed, so I was just like, I'm not even gonna, because then it would just be like, hello, you know.
You have fucking Jello. Goodbye.
I was telling him I always wanted knuckle tattoos that say that cunt.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I love that.
I want to be a full-time comedian so I can get that tattoo. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why do you have that? I'm a comic.
That just says that cunt. It
That
doesn't even
cunt.
say like a comic or anything comedic. It's just like, I'm that cunt. That's why.
Anyways, but
no, but I used
have
to
you
want
ever
to
been
get
part of
knuckle tattoos, too.
a cult? Cause no.
What?
Cult?
A cult?
Nobody?
I feel like comedy's kind of.
Because
a
I
cult.
feel like maybe in Christianity, like
More,
maybe you've ever experienced like a moment where you were like, this is kind of like a cult.
oh yeah, I mean multiple times. My family, half of my family is Mormon.
That's
And-
a cult.
Yeah. So
I feel like
grew-
Mormon gets a bad
Listen,
rap though.
It does
Wait,
actually.
I'm sorry.
It
but
does
like, that is a
actually.
cult.
No, but it kind of is.
No.
And no, not there. Let me just specify.
I'm sorry.
Let me just
That is
specify.
a fucking cult, dude.
Let me just specify. They are LDS, which means they don't believe in poly.
I watch Real Housewives
marriage
of Salt
or
Lake
whatever.
City, so I know.
Oh, okay. No, actually, they don't believe in the poly marriage because they're LDS, which is Latter-day Saints. But they do believe in like the Joseph, the guy from the fucking the 1800s, who thought that Utah.
The guy who invented
who
Mormonism.
thought that the guy who thought that Utah was the coolest place in the world. Joseph. I
Let's
can't
fucking
remember
go.
his last name. But
Utah is cool.
to be fair, it's very pretty. It's very
Utah
pretty.
is beautiful. Yeah.
It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. And have you ever seen the salt flats? Like those are ugly as shit. They're weird.
The what?
Salt flats, like the salt flats all over Utah. I drove through them and they're creepy, man. It's like snow on the ground all the time.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so you answered my question. See, I knew
Yeah.
I knew there's a reason I asked. I was like,
But I was Episcopalian when I went to their church, so I thought
what
they
is
were
that?
weird
Isn't
too.
that what you?
That's
what is
like-
that?
It's
And-
where you only eat
Fish.
Eucharist.
Presbyterians. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's where you only eat Jesus' body, but you don't tell the priest about it.
yeah.
For real.
Hebrew
Wait,
nationals.
what? I don't.
You do the Eucharist, which is the take the body and the blood with the wine and the bread or whatever. That's a thing, and it's now that I'm saying it, it seems very culty. I'm just saying. But regardless, what's funny
They're
is
not poisoned.
no. What's funniest though is that in Mormon religion they do the same thing, but they do it with white bread and water, not fucking unlimited bread and wine. They do it with white bread and water. I'm
Wow.
like, what a fucking gross switch.
Yeah.
Like before it was like kind of like a sweet little cocktail, you know, to where
So was the religion created after preservatives?
I don't know, but all I know is that when I was in school, I used to
Does
drink
bread
wine
come
in
white?
fucking 6th grade. I used to drink wine in 6th grade because we would do the communion on Thursdays in my school. And we used to have a sip of wine, and every time I would love going to fucking church because it was like we'd have that sip of wine, and I'd be like, oh, like afterwards, you know. It was awesome.
Excuse me.
So cults are what they are, but, you know, they have perks.
Okay, so to answer that question I got from that was 50-50. No, because I met somebody who said they were like sometimes cults can become things that you don't even realize that are cults.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, like the
Proud
Umbrella
Boys.
Academy. Oh, that was a good one.
But can we just talk about one thing I wanted to say about Umbrella Academy? The kids' earwax.
Ew. What
When
is that?
I thought that's what I'm saying. I thought he was a superhero or something. I was
Dude,
like, oh,
so it
he's-
was just earwax?
I guess.
I think
What's
it
the
was.
answer? Yeah, it's just earwax.
I
That
think
was
they
stupid.
just.
oozes
I
like
think they
that.
just overdid it, and it was a mistake. I think.
That was
I
definitely
think it was
a
meant
mistake.
to just like challenge him as a father in that scene, but they just overdid the earwax effect.
Ew.
Yeah.
Because that seemed like a fucking like foreshadowing like I never seen. It was
That's
like, look
what
at this crazy earwax that this kid can create.
It really felt like it.
Yeah,
meant
that was crazy.
something.
I was like, is this gonna? I literally said that's so
I
funny.
was
you
talking
mentioned it.
about the earwax the whole time.
You did bring it up a lot.
I know. I was like, every episode, I'm like, this earwax is leading on to something, but fucking it went.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Dude,
plot lines that went
that's so
nowhere.
funny.
Maybe it will
Maybe
come
it
back
would've.
around in the next season.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Stan's gone.
But
He doesn't
yeah.
even exist.
Yeah,
and so
that's-
is
he's just. They got. Do you watch Euphoria?
Yeah.
He's in Euphoria.
Oh, that's the little kid. Shut up. I knew him from
Mhm.
somewhere.
Who
And
is
I was
it?
like,
Bigger.
why does he
He's
look
from
so
Euphoria.
familiar?
You've never seen it.
Oh my god.
But he was also in Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
The kid.
He's a little kid.
He's
Oh,
from
that
Euphoria.
kid.
He played like
Is
a
he
huge
really
role.
12?
I think he's older now, but yeah, he looks older filming of the Umbrella Academy.
Euphoria he looks older filming Euphoria.
He's so little.
Ugh.
Well, let's not talk.
It's
That was
creepy to make a kid that young like that gangster because I have like a weird gangster thing, you know, and it's like it's confusing.
I was saying 5.
So I'm
like
like, he's
gangsters?
12. He's 12.
No.
You gotta remember he's 12, Rachel. He's 12.
Yeah, when they
That's
did that
sick
to
that
5.
you love gangsters.
Yeah, I love gangsters.
I was attracted to 5, and I was like, oh, he definitely has to be older, and he's not.
But no, that's what
This
they
is
kept
women.
saying.
This is woman privilege right
Yeah,
here.
It is. This is
If
a
a
double
dude
standard.
said that about
Yeah.
a
This is a
14-year-old
double standard.
actress,
But the
Game
only
over.
reason why we are attracted to him
Game
is because literally we think he's an adult.
We think he's like
because
50.
he's such a good actor.
oh, I have to
Until
bring this up.
he looks weird though in 3.
Yeah, he's yeah.
I've always had this theory.
Now that he's 18, we're like,
Yeah. Kick that kid to the
he
curb.
lost his, he's too old.
I thought he
he's
was
less
young.
fertile.
Okay, what were you saying?
I've always had this thing where I've noticed that people that were an only child growing up, they always spoke like adults really early, and it was always very funny because they didn't have any kids to play around with in the
Mm-mm.
house, so they're just around adults all the time.
Yeah.
So all my friends that were like an only child, they were always like to my parents like, Don, Linda, how the hell are you? Like that kind of shit when they were like so
His
young.
parents are named
Yeah.
Don and Linda.
Yeah. And
That's funny.
and found out today, confirming my theory, that the actor who played 5 only child.
Did
Really?
research
Yeah.
search for the cast. I appreciate that.
I feel like a lot of actors like that act like that because there are a lot of
He has
young
been
kid
Broadway.
actors that act like that. I've noticed that as a person who
Yeah, we were
watches
watching
a
an
lot of
interview
shit.
and he was acting the same. I was
Yeah.
like, I think he's just 5.
He's just like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And now he's like that forever because he's 18 and that's he's gonna be like that forever. That's what
that's a wrap.
happened.
And also, I realized that we never know 5's real name.
Yeah, I was like, why do they call him 5 and they don't call him by his real name?
We never know his real name. We don't know it.
5 is cooler.
Yeah, 5
5
is
is pretty
cooler.
cool,
Because
yeah.
he's
Like
from the
Lance.
past and he's 5. Like,
Yeah. 5 is way cool. I want to call my kid 5 now. Like that's dumb.
Yeah. Can we talk about old 5?
Yeah, old 5 is so much worse than young 5. I hated the fact that he was 5.
Well, we've seen 2 old 5s. We saw like the one that was like, the assassin,
Yeah.
and then the one that founded the whole company that
Yeah, the
runs
one that was
timeline.
had no arm, the one that was in the thing.
in the,
Yeah.
yeah, again, another thing
What a
that really
twist.
made no sense.
Yeah, I was like, why does that matter? I was like, what is this? I was like, why does this? The only reason that existed was so he could be like, this exists, so we can't do this.
I love that sentence. The only reason this exists.
Yeah.
For real though.
That's why
it
I feel
seemed
like
very
this is like
clunky.
a season that makes other seasons better. Like I feel like if they
Yes.
do
And
a
there
fourth
are
and-
seasons like that.
You're right.
like
There
a
are
4th and 5th
filler
season are going to be
seasons.
amazing.
Yeah, fillers.
Fillers.
I always call them fillers too
Me
because
too.
like if you look at Game of Thrones has like 2 or 3 fillers. The last season was filler.
Yeah. That's why I won't watch it.
Stranger Things.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, and
You're
then everyone said the
insane.
ending was so disappointing that I
It's
don't want to go
not
through
that bad. People are so dramatic. I swear to God, it
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Like people
But I did
are more
rewatch it. Game of
Is
Thrones.
it really that
recently,
bad?
And I said what you said, and rewatching, I'm like, yeah, they were right. Yeah,
But
that's
do you
right.
think that you were
Rewatching it a second
influenced
time-
by everybody's opinion?
No, because at the time people hated it when it came out, and I was
True.
like, I'm really into it. And then rewatching it, I was
did
like, it went downhill.
Now I'm gonna have to. I would probably do the
But
same thing.
Filler season, Stranger Things season 2, filler season.
Really?
You remember that season?
I do not remember that season.
Exact filler season.
Any
Filler
season you don't remember is true. There's
Okay,
also-
let's talk. Okay, again, 5. He's still very attractive.
I like.
The
Can we talk about how attractive Allison is as well?
Okay,
Allison
and-
could get it.
but what was with her
The haircut. Oh my
I'm like,
God,
can
dude.
Elliot not have his own thing?
I
Like-
thought that too. I was like, this is rude.
I was like, why did she cut her hair? And then he was like, oh, it's to symbolize like she's. But it's like, that's typical sister. Always want to do
Yeah.
what you
What
fucking
you
do
wanna fucking
and
do.
try to do it
Yeah.
too. Cause my sisters do that.
I do that too to my sister.
Right.
I do.
And it's just like, that was annoying. I'm like,
I-
girl, let Elliot
did.
have his
I know.
hair moment.
I saw that too. I was like, this feels personal.
I was like, she's evil. That's
I was
evil.
just like, this is fucked up. Like, he just cut his hair, like in the same episode, and then she went and cut her fucking hair.
And she had to do it like Mulan style.
And the showrunner thought that that was okay. That's what blew my mind.
Elliot
I
went to
was
the
like-
barber, but she full
That's how you know
Mulan
the
chopped.
whole Elliot thing was like an after right because you
Oh,
know
yeah.
they like
They had
They had
that
that already.
anyways.
yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. You're good.
A few moments later.
Your actual son is bad, like Chet Hanks. I think
Oh,
about
yeah.
Chet Hanks all the
How
time.
did he become like that?
I was like, who did he come from? Like,
not
Tom Hanks-
Tom. Not Tom.
not Tom's side. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he might have
He
been
was just-
raised by a nanny. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Nanny raised him.
The nanny named brain.
Did you just?
He's never seen the nanny. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
It's such a good show.
that is a good
Fucking
show.
wait, did I?
What are you thinking?
No, that was
What are you
Miss
saying?
Doubtfire.
What?
Mrs. Doubtfire?
This Doubtfire is a good. We should watch that tonight. That's a good movie to watch.
My mom took me to go see that movie when I was 8 years old, and then afterwards she told me that just like in the movie, her and my dad were getting a divorce.
Really?
So I saw my favorite movie that I've ever seen in my life at that point in my life, and then my mom related it to my the worst point I've ever had in my life.
Wow,
So
that's awesome.
yeah.
And you thought you were like, it's gonna be just like Mrs.
Yeah.
Doubtfire.
Oh yeah, I thought in that fucking that movie, I love that movie.
I love
so
that
much.
movie too.
And it's so fucked up because
Jump around.
Robin Williams is probably my favorite, one of my favorite
The
dead
best of the
people.
best.
And if he was alive, he'd be my favorite alive person. But
He's the best.
it ruined that movie for the rest of my life.
I mean, that's like a
My
pretty movie
divorce.
about. That's about that movie's all
It's
about
divorce, which whatever fucking cosmopolitan fucking article she read that off of, fuck that article. Because that literally tied the worst moment of my life, one of the worst moments of my life, to one of the coolest movies I had ever seen
That's a
in my
fantastic
entire
movie.
life. And I was
That's like watching Stepmom and then
You
being
don't-
told you have cancer.
dude, you don't even know. Like, after this movie, I could not stop talking about it to my mom. And I was a talky kid. Like, so I'd just be like, this was the coolest movie I've ever seen. I fucking love this movie. I love Robin Williams. Like, I just remember talking about it at length after we saw it.
And how old were you?
I was like probably 8.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she just tells me, like, in the space that I left her, the tiny space that I left her, and the breath that I was taking about talking about it. She's like, oh, by the way, we watched that to tell you this.
I don't know how my parents told me they were getting divorced. I don't remember.
You don't
like,
remember? You blocked
because
it
I
out?
blocked just like
Well, lucky you.
like probably now as an adult, I'm missing like 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I can
Probably.
feel that. I used to
YOLO.
I used to try and remember everything as a kid. Isn't that weird? I used to like do that as like a point. Like I'll be like talk about mental illness. I used to be like, I'm gonna remember everything. So I'd be like, I know this, and I remember telling my mom, like, I remember the first thing I remember is falling down the stairs like at 5 months, and I told my mom that shit. Isn't that fucked up?
That explains a lot.
Yeah, dude, literal stairs, like.
Oh, see,
Incline.
I've broken my head open. That's gone. I don't
It
remember
wasn't
any
even
of
a
them.
break. It was so weird. Like I literally just tumbled down a really steep stairwell.
That's funny.
And
But
lived.
consciously, were you like, I'm gonna remember this?
No, as a baby, I was like, "This is fun," you know. And then I just remembered it, and for a long time, I remembered it as kind of like a dream memory or something. And then I remember talking to it for the
You're
first
trying
time.
to repress it, and it's not
Yeah.
going back there.
I remember talking
Have
to
you
it
ever
with my mom at
seen
18, and
the-
she was like, "I can't believe you remembered that. That
The
was when you were 5 months."
sequel
I had a similar
to
experience.
The Shining,
That's weird.
Doctor Strange, or not Doctor?
Yes,
No, what
I
was it
saw that
called?
in theater.
Doctor Sleep.
Oh yes.
Right, you remember that? That's
Yes.
how That's how like remember the boxes. It's just a metaphor.
Yes.
It's just a big metaphor for what that is.
That is
Yeah.
good,
just
actually. I
repressing
like
your
that.
memories.
I liked
I
that,
had
and
a-
everybody shat on it. I liked it.
I thought it was
I watched
fantastic.
it a million times.
I mean,
I
you
haven't
and
seen
ugh.
Oh. What'd
But
what
I had
happened to you?
I had a memory that my mom tried to bury, but my dad was like, that should happen. So
Oh, this one's weird. I
What
know
is
this
it?
one.
What is
Get
it?
ready. Buckle up.
so my dad,
Buckle up for this.
my
one.
dad went full Southern on me. So when I was
Full
like
Florida.
not toddler age, I think is the proper way to say it. So when I was bad, my dad took me down to the unfinished basement and put me in a high chair, and then turned the lights off and went upstairs. and
Oh,
and
that
and,
is
and then I
scary
was
shit.
like, I think
That's
that
the
happened.
chokey.
that's fucked up.
That's like Matilda chokey.
yeah, that
style.
is.
Yeah, and then I was like, I think that happened, and my mom was like, that did not happen. And then my dad was like, that should happen. And I was like, oh, let's go.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I got millions of them. You want me to tell you another one?
No. Yeah. Please, God. I know he told me that, and I was like, that explains just like so many.
Dude, it's so weird
Yeah.
what you remember and what you don't remember. Like I don't.
I can't fuck
remember-
without a bib. It's crazy.
You're like, I gotta be high up to get sucked off.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta be up here. What?
You know, at
When
least
she
your-
pegs me, she like
Yeah.
lifts both the legs like
at,
this.
Dude, that'd
at
be
least
sick.
your dad was around, dude.
Oh, boom!
Yeah.
She threw the no dad card at
Damn.
you.
At least he
My
was
sister
just
does that all to me
upstairs
all the time because
and
we're
not
we're half
hundreds of
sisters.
thousands of miles away.
Dude, my half sister does that to me all the time.
She pulls you with
Pain
her dad
Olympics.
card.
Yeah.
She's like, woo.
Yeah. If I say anything about my shitty dad, she'll be like, "At least you fucking had one," and I'll be like, "Okay, we get it. At least you weren't fucking like traumatized by him." Like, you
I
fucking
know.
dick.
Sometimes there are moments when, like, my siblings.
Because she was
they don't have
actually
a dad.
spoiled very much, so she got away
My
better than I
siblings,
did.
like my cousins, don't have a dad, and I'm like, you were saved. 'Cause
Yeah.
dads suck. You're
Yeah.
not missing anything. Dads
It's
stink.
weird. It's
a lot.
weird.
Not your dad. You got a great.
My dad does rule.
Sometimes they do stink though, and we just have to be honest about
Yeah,
it.
a
you
lot
know?
of times.
You know?
Sometimes moms stink. I love
Sometimes
seeing.
moms stink.
I love seeing a deadbeat mom. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
I
things.
never
it's like
see
against
'em.
nature.
I never
Yeah.
see
You're
that.
like,
yeah.
It's a
this is
unicorn.
wrong.
A unicorn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I've heard, but I've never seen.
For sure.
Never seen an MIA mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only
yeah,
see
I've
them
never
on
seen
TV.
I've seen one.
Like
was awesome.
left their kid.
And you slept with her?
We
What?
got it.
Wait,
we
wait
got
for
it,
the
Queenie.
No.
He was like, she was a single mom,
Yeah,
and I
I did.
ride it hard.
No, you did like a Grinch.
I
laugh.
called her a milf.
Wait,
and then
what?
This got into
Tell us
But-
about
awkward
it.
territory.
Oh no. It was I think the most you'll see a deadbeat mom is in a rich family.
Yeah,
Oh, because they have grandparents.
I feel like that's the only way they could be,
Right. So like I remember my friend.
or if they're like drug addicts.
That's what
Drug
it was.
addict
Or
happens.
you could have rich,
they're rich
family
drug
drug
addicts.
Yeah,
addicts.
true.
That happens a lot.
You can also have
Yeah.
poor drug addicts that are bad
Yeah.
moms.
Yeah. But in this case,
But in this
rich.
case,
But I know drug addicts that are still great moms.
oh yeah, me too.
So
but this one we were like in high school. They had this like huge house, and we were like we were like in middle school, and we were just like bringing in like all these fucking beers and shit like that, and she's just like passed out with like a lit cigarette and like pills on her chest, and I was like, let's fucking go. This house is the best.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's so funny how you like gauge shit as a kid, as a parent. Like when I was younger, I would gauge shit way differently than how I do now. Like I would look at like, you know, like whether or not there was at least some kind of beer in the house. Like it didn't matter like what it was. You know, like even
Yeah.
if it was
My
ice
house growing up was the house where no parents were ever. It was like the
Yeah.
house you go to Claudia's because parents were never
That's
there.
awesome. We went.
We were
had a
pretty
kid like that.
independent.
We had a kid like that
We were
That's cool.
in
independent.
our group, and that's
we all
You're
did.
the
right?
cool one though, because
My mom, and when
like,
she was around, she was cool or drunk, so they loved her. They're like, "Your mom's fucking cool," because she was tatted and shit.
see, my mom was always around, when she was only cool when she was drunk. No, I love you, mom, but no,
She's watching this.
she's watching. No, I'm definitely not telling her about this. No, but
I feel like
she was crazy.
my mom probably watches this.
Your mom's cool.
Yeah.
We've already established it.
True.
She's cool.
Her mom is very cool.
For the record, my mom's cool too.
I love how Rob just threw him brownie points. He's like,
Yeah.
I love Kate.
Yeah.
I just
Your
want to be
mom's
on the
name's
record.
Kate? Like Catherine or just Kate?
Catherine.
Oh, okay.
Irish Catholics. Mom's Irish.
Oh, yeah.
Redhead. My mom's redhead.
Yeah.
My middle name's Kate.
Is it like
Claudia
Catherine
Kate.
or Kate?
It's just Kate.
Oh.
Mm.
Like your mom's like, we're putting my nickname as your middle name.
With a K.
This is how you know I'm from the South. I'm Robert Lee Cruz. And
That is very southern.
and I know
Jesus.
I know for a fact that a bunch of people on that side of the family fought for the Confederates.
That's why they
Oh,
were so
you
into
do
it.
know that, right? Or
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
So
mean they
I'm
own.
sure if I
I'm
looked.
named after
That
Robert
doesn't
E.
mean
Lee.
they owned slaves, though.
Yeah.
They owned them,
They owned them.
But you don't.
or
know.
they fought for it.
Yeah.
Well,
you
let's
could still
just,
fight
as
from
white
this, I know.
people, we should all just assume at this point. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Like,
this is hard.
I didn't want that handshake, but I took it. I just want to put that out there. But I think we should just assume that it did happen, probably.
No, it happened.
But the thing I wanted to talk about, Klaus, okay, they totally were obsessed with the transgender thing, which, okay, cool, right on. But the thing that I hated is in the third season, Klaus was fucking sober, and now he's just like not sober, and nobody gives a shit, and nobody like cares at all. Nobody's.
Was he sober in this? other
Yes, he was
season?
sober the whole second season when he was the guru.
Yeah, but the world was ending. Remember? I mean,
Yeah.
if the world was ending, I would just
That's
fucking do
true.
some drugs. It's
I
just
mean, I
like,
guess that was his one kind of excuse, but still, you wouldn't have one family member be like multiple times, be like, I would have them mention it every scene.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was such a fucked up, like, just like they'd see him drinking and they wouldn't even mention it at all.
Well, the whole season, the point was literally like
That's
they're
true.
so self-involved.
That's
It's
true.
insane. The whole season was like
It was very
if they and
self-involved.
like Rob, we were watching. He's like, if they all communicated, didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He
I
was
don't
like,
know.
if they just like communicated with each other, none
Well,
of
that
the
was-
show would even be happening.
That
Like,
was how it was
that's
shot,
the point.
too.
They're shitty people, and they're so self-absorbed. That's what this whole season was. Wow, they're so self-absorbed with their own lives.
I guess it was just to show that they're like real people, not only superhuman type people, they're actually human people.
I mean, they've all been self-absorbed. all
Right.
the
What
seasons.
makes it gray is like they didn't choose this life to save the world. So then they're like,
Yeah.
I just want to experience being human, but they're never allowed to. So then
Yeah.
they struggle with that. So I guess that's like the beautiful gray area of the show.
Yeah.
And then with the third season, they seem particularly sloppy. I think partly because starting out with it, they thought they were safe. Like 5
That's
was like,
true.
now
I
I'm
forget
on
about
like
that.
retirement.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go meet our moms and stuff like
And
that.
he was obsessed with being on retirement and didn't want to see anything.
Right.
Didn't want to, have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a metaphor for being an adult too, I think, which is like kind of what's happening to them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Allison was out of pocket the whole time.
She was.
She was. Come on.
But she lost her daughter. Come on.
That's true. I don't know why she was
She went
surprised though.
nuts.
Because like
Why would
they
you
entered
think that you
they
would
entered
even-
with like a whole different family and they're like, "Oh yeah, my daughter's probably still here."
Yeah, I feel like she gave a lot of just like there was a lot of like certainty that was unfounded there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she's a smart girl, she should know if there's a whole nother family, there's probably something going on. I would have had them in the show be like, "Oh, is my daughter still there?" Like as opposed to like, "I'm going to go find her."
Yeah, I know when she
Yes.
rolled up to that house, I was like, "What?"
I know. That's like a little presumptuous, bitch. Like
For sure. How do you guys here, I don't want to lead the conversation on this. Did you have like another Okay. How do you guys feel about the ending of the season?
oh, how they all just like have to be like human now.
That
I'm
and
just a little confused.
killing the
though.
dad, and then also
Yeah, I was confused.
Luther's
But he's not dead.
wife not coming back. I forget her name.
Oh,
Sloan.
Sloan. Yeah, she didn't come back.
Told you.
The notes are good.
Notes are good.
Just the names.
That's nice.
Yeah, she didn't come back. Do you have a theory on it?
I think unless you see the body in shows, they're never dead. Unless you see a
Well-
body, they're always coming back, baby.
I didn't, because we had a
And even in this show, you saw the body and they came back.
we had a disagreement because you were like, "Oh, he like she killed him and he didn't put his powers in time." I was like, "He never said that."
Wait, what?
No, so what I think it was so him and Allison, the dad and Allison,
Correct.
had a deal that they made.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "I'm going to make your deal happen. Like, don't worry about that." But, there was definitely things that Allison didn't anticipate on happening in the deal, and it made her lose her trust in the deal.
Yeah.
So when all of the siblings were starting to die, she lost faith in the deal. So she killed him
Okay.
before he had time to finish all that shit
Which
he was
was
doing.
the red button.
Yes. And I think from that he wasn't able to bring certain people back, and he wasn't able to bring them back with their powers still because he wasn't finished.
Oh.
And then she came
probably.
back with her kid and her husband from the second season.
But that
So
was
he
their
finished that.
agreement.
Right, so he finished that part of the agreement, but he didn't finish everything
Oh.
else.
No, but then
That's
why
my
did
theory.
he tell her to step out of the thing? Because he's like, "Not you," and she's like, "You're
Ah.
killing them," and he told her to step out of
Because
that thing.
they had made an agreement that she wouldn't be hurt, maybe?
Oh,
No, because he was gonna kill them.
you think so?
Well, the whole thing was
Well, Sloan was alive.
they used all their powers though to bring it. That was how they brought everything back to the way. That's how they changed. I thought that's how they changed the husband thing and brought the kid back and changed the timeline. Is through the conversion of all their powers. That was the thing that was like the engine.
Oh, so he gave up the powers to.
But I also think that he could have just drained their powers and not killed them, but she didn't. I think you were right in the sense that she thought he was going to kill them
Right.
and overreacted. And then that could be possible that they were
But
gonna
then
try-
why would she be out of it?
I don't know.
Well, Sloan didn't die
I
like
was
in
kind
that
of confused
situation
about
with
the ending,
everyone
to be
else, but
honest.
she was the only one, I think, that didn't make it into the new reality.
Yeah. And that was the
guess
thing too.
There
Like,
better be a fourth season because we have so many.
yeah.
questions.
I mean, there was a lot of open-ended
missing puzzles, missing pieces to
thing.
the puzzle.
A
Yeah.
lot of puzzles though.
He basically just rewrote
100%.
time and reality.
Yeah. And is that because that makes sense as to why he was doing all this stuff with his hands,
yeah.
right?
All right. Well, thanks for coming. We're gonna wrap up.
Let's wrap it up.
What a
I'm
cast.
glad we all agreed mostly on Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, me too.
And I
Yeah.
want a season 4 still. Even though it
I
was
would
bad, I
watch it.
still
I'm
want to.
dying for it.
Oh, he's dying
I am
for it.
dying for it. I think that's my favorite show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask a question. Who's your favorite character out of the 7?
5.
5. I could have guessed that. Klaus.
Klaus.
Klaus is
You,
the fucking man.
Babe? Klaus?
Klaus. Yeah.
Klaus is my runner-up too. Yeah, I love what he wears.
I love what he wears, and I love his
His
just whole
energy rules.
demeanor. And he has the coolest power ever. He's immortal, and he runs the dead. Like,
He
he can
does
tell
have
the
a run.
dead whatever he wants. I want to know how they came up with those fucking powers. All right, I'm just saying.
Well,
And
the
I
spit
love
was
the-
crazy.
The juxtaposition between his power and his personality,
Yeah,
where like he has the darkest power, where he's like the death guy,
yeah,
but he's the sweetest out of all of
yeah,
them, and the most like open wound of a soul.
yeah. I love him.
Yeah,
That's a nice contrast.
That
Yeah.
is. Is it because he's an addict? Like, that's what I thought too. I was like,
I think
because he can like, that's like every addict's dream. Like, never die. Like, you
Yeah,
can be
pretty
immortal.
much.
true.
I just wondered that to myself.
But I just love Five's character because in the first season, like he had some of the
He's the
best lines. He had the
He is the
best
best.
everything.
I was sexually attracted to him within the
Right.
middle of the second season, which made me feel weird. And then
It's hard.
after that, you're like, what do you do with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fucked up that they make him that way. They do it to men too. Who knew?
Listen, I had such the hots for Timothy Chalamet, and like
Oh
for a
my
while
God,
I
I
was
know.
concerned. I was like, I don't think he's
Yeah,
old enough,
this
but
is fucked
he is
up.
like my age.
Yeah.
He just looks young. He's a
Yeah.
little bit younger than me, but
Okay, good.
he's still old.
He's tangible.
How old is he?
He's like 24, 25.
He's
Nice
ripe.
What'd you say?
Ripe.
Oh, ripe.
Like the fruits.
Timothy
Of all
Chalamet
loins.
can get.
Whoa.
I talk about
Call
him
me
on
by
every
my
episode.
fucking name.
Your face, like it almost seemed like something medically wrong was happening.
I was gonna say something like that. I was like, yeah, Rob's never seen me orgasm. He's like, what was that?
What is that, pleasure?
Like a mummy. He made like a mummy face. He's never seen that mummy face.
He's like, is
Why are
that
you
what it
shaking?
looks
You don't
like?
do that. Someone call an ambulance.
That'd be so hilarious if a boyfriend saw his girlfriend orgasming for the first time and he called an ambulance. 'Cause he couldn't figure
Yeah, I
it
can
out.
only see the whites of her eyes.
She had a dildo with her.
I'm gonna report a stabbing in West Philly.
But yeah, that was great.
So good question. Anything coming up for you? Let's start with Rachel. Anything going on with you?
Philly's funniest. I got my Philly's funniest.
When
yeah.
is your Phillies funniest?
July 12th, everybody. I don't know what time. I think it's 7 o'clock.
All
But
right.
if it's not-
shout out an Instagram handle or whatever you.
Oh yeah, my Instagram handle is at Blue-Eyed Husky, but the blue is spelled like blue cheese, like the French blue.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's how I describe myself. And I have blue eyes, and I'm husky.
Okay, I'll put your at. Don't worry, I'll spell it correctly.
Yes, please.
Rob Cruz.
Was that a song?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, follow me at the Tension Horse on Instagram. Check out Do Rag and the Deer Tag and check out our Patreon. It's only $1 in the lowest tier, baby. And you get fucking bonus episodes and stuff. Fucking get on the Patreon for Do Rag and the Deer Tag. Check
Sounds like
that
a
out.
deal.
And we just moved to JJ Malone's
Yeah.
in Fishtown. What a good time. So just come through to that. And thanks for having me. What a treat.
Yeah, I was like,
This
he's
is
really
great.
using this moment to shine.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
shining bright like a diamond.
People
Where
are
are
gonna
you
be like,
from?
ew, are they dating?
Oh my god.
I know, he
Are
always
you
like does
touching?
this cha-cha thing to my pussy.
Yeah.
He's like, he like acts like he's really oh,
Like
God.
fighting
I'm like,
it?
oh my God. I'm like, you would lose in an instant.
You're
not even wearing your
So
gloves.
funny. I
Pussy's
want to know
fucking
now. I
Vecna.
want to know what every couple does funnily to each other's like genitals. I
Yeah.
didn't know that that's like a thing. Like my boyfriend has a funny way of like dealing with my genitals as well.
Yeah. I'm so glad you like it. Or at least don't hate it.
No, I fucking hate it.
You do hate it?
It's funny. It makes me laugh.
Okay, all right, cool.
On that note,
It makes me laugh. All right, guys.
Cake.
Subscribe or follow Rachel.
please.
Follow Rob. Follow me. Subscribe to my shit.
Hell yeah.
Because I know you're watching and you didn't subscribe right now. So I'll wait. I'll do like what they do. I'll wait. All right.
I said, you know I like to eat 11 days a week. Wings and pizza, stuff that crust with extra cheese. Yeah, we feasting on the wings.
You know, pony.
If you want it, jump on it. Riding my pony. My saddle's waiting. Coming, jump on it.
I didn't nail that.
And pizza. I'm so hungry, I can't stop. Bring that wings and pizza. Give me all the ranch you got for that wings and pizza. Pizza Hut is a piece of art. Extra large, click add to cart. Eat Parmesan right off the plate. Red pepper flakes got me sweat.
I agree with it.
Don't let them take over and be funny.
That's why
You're
I don't
fucking
crowd work.
stupid. Me, I don't really crowd work either. I just give them a little taste, play with their balls, but I never go deeper and jerk.
Hard, wings so hot, making me cry. Dabba the Reaper, I wanna die. Lemon and pepper, all on my fries. I paid in cash, my car was declined. Bake that bun, watching it rise. Bigger the cake, the bigger the thighs. I'm gonna bounce these Big Mac buns right in the back of my yard.
No, I got the
Past
split
Bristol.
blood. So my mom's from Northeast Philly.
Jesus.
What?
Why'd you have to say the split blood? Because
My
you're
blood is
Jewish,
split.
so it's like.
It's
No,
split
because
down the middle. My blood
wait,
is
wait,
split
wait.
down
So
the. It does
Rob
not
is
mix.
trying to say he's mixed.
Yeah, it does. He's saying his blood
not
doesn't
only
mix.
that. No, but I do think. Wait, what did you?
He's saying his blood doesn't mix.
It's just like oil
It's
and
just
water.
split down the middle.
My blood is in a copper cup.
It's the Jew in there that just like, halt!
Yeah.
I'ma scream for ice cream out in public, make a scene. I got cookbooks, but I don't read. Better believe I know how to eat.
Oh,
Boo.
I am kind of special needs.
oh.
He always says that to me, so he's just like, I think I'm autistic, I swear.
I've always been
I'm like,
curious
you're
about it.
not autistic.
Why?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's a
you
spectrum,
can't,
baby.
If you know, you like. If you think that you, is it like if you think that you are, then you aren't, kind of thing?
Ah.
Is that what it is? I feel like that's something, because that's like how crazy is. Like if you think that you're crazy, then you're probably not really crazy.
Oh, I thought you were saying he's crazy.
Yeah, I
You
know
are.
what you mean. Like a crazy person wouldn't be self-aware.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like if you're schizophrenic, you're not gonna be like, I'm totally schizophrenic.
yeah. No, that's a very good point.